In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made an Afro beats beat from scratch. You don't want to miss this. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl, Banger Girl, and I'm back with another banger. If you're new to my channel, I just want to welcome you. And if you're returning to my channel, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made an Afro beats beat from scratch. I'll show you the percussive elements that I used, and I'll show you the melodic instrumentation that I used as well. And after watching this video, not only will you have a better understanding as to how Afro beats are created, but you'll also be able to create your own Afro beats beat from scratch. Please make sure that you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I'm dropping content such as this video. So without further ado, let's get it. Alright, YouTube, as you can see, I got my headphones on and I got the project opened up in Logic Pro. I added a light mix to the project because I'm still trying to get familiar with mixing my own beats. But what I'm going to do is play the beat first, and then I'm going to break down all of the elements.
Banger girl.
Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to solo all of the percussive elements, and then I'm going to go through each one of them individually one by one. But I first want you to listen to the percussive elements and just feel the groove, feel the vibe. So the first thing you notice when you hear the percussive elements is that there's a groove, there's a vibe to it. There's a pocket that it sits in and it just makes you want to dance. So let's just go through each of the elements one by one. The first thing we have is a bass. It's kind of like a 90s style bass. Very, very simple. Now the key of this track is an F minor, so I just played a simple bass line and I kept it in the F minor key. And it just repeats. Very simple. So then we go to the kick drum. Again, another simple pattern that just repeats itself. So then when you add in the bass line, they kind of complement each other. They don't overpower one another, but they just sit next to each other and it keeps the balance. Now, when it comes to making Afro beats, and honestly any type of beat genre, you want to make sure that it makes you feel good. If it makes you feel good, then you're already on the right track. So now we add in a rim. This is a standard pattern for Afro beats. That tap, 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 tap. Ta ta. And I just added a second rim shot to just kind of accentuate the original rim shot and just add a little bit more color and texture. So we add in the kick. And then we added the bass. Now, as you notice, they all complement each other. Nothing's overpowering each other. They just create a groove. So then you add shaker loops. Shaker loops are so notorious in Afro beats. I mean, you don't have to put it in all the time, but most Afro beats I feel like have shakers. So I just got a shaker loop from Afro Beats drum kit. You can find these loops in any drum kit. So I added another shaker loop to just complement the original shaker loop and just add a little bit more color to the beat and the percussive elements. And what I did with the second shaker is I panned it so it's going left and right. It's not sitting in the center. So when you add it to this shaker loop, they're not overpowering each other. So as you can notice, it's all about layering, and adding different elements that could sit in different pockets of the beat to just give the overall groove. So now what I added is I added a tom. Very, very simple. It just hits. Very, very simple pattern. And then we add a Vox effect, which again is another simple pattern. I added an open hat. Turn that down a little bit. And then I added a dupek. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But this is what it sounds like. And again, simple pattern. So now when we add it all together, it sounds extremely complex, but it really isn't, as you can tell when we went through each instrument individually. Another important percussive element that you can find in a lot of Afrobeat beats, like the shaker, is the impact, which to me is just a fancy way of saying a crash. But what it does, it just like alerts the listener, like, yo, a groove is coming, be prepared. It's like a triggering element. That's how I like to listen to it. So now when we listen to everything all together with the impact, the bass, the rim, the shaker loop, the kick drum, the toms, the vox, the open hats, and a dubek, this is what it sounds like. See, simple, simple. So now what we're gonna do is we're just gonna break down the melodies. Also, I have this perk. It kind of hits on an off beat, so I'll just play it so that you could hear it. It's just a perk element. That's usually like at the end of a break, and it just triggers the next like element of the song, if that makes sense. So now we'll go into the melody. Simple pattern. It gives kind of like a mallet or like a kalimba vibe. Very, very like Caribbean vibe. But as you know, Caribbean music, Latin music, African music, it's all from the same hub. It's all from the same space. You know what I mean? Second instrument follows the same exact pattern as that first instrument, but it's just layering it. Very, very simple patterns. So as you can see, it accents each other, takes up the whole space. Then we add in some violas, same pattern. What it's doing is just adding more of the stereo field, making it seem like wider and bigger. Then I added some mallets following a similar pattern. So when you put them together, now another instrument you often find in Afrobeat beats are guitars. So I'm gonna solo out this little guitar melody that we have in the beginning at the 4th bar, and this is what it sounds like. And then I have another guitar melody that's just playing throughout the whole beat, and this is what it sounds like. It just gives that percussive feel. So when you put it together with the other guitar, so the whole key is to just find elements that kind of complement each other, that don't overpower each other, and that just add to the groove. I have the second guitar melody panning to the right a little bit because this main guitar melody that's playing throughout the whole song is sitting kind of in the center in the stereo field. So I wanted the second guitar to just pan and create room for the melodies and the other percussive elements. And then I have a third guitar, and this is what it sounds like. Okay, and that's it. That's all I have for the melody. So when we bring everything in, this is what it sounds like. So when everything comes back in, you get this.
Banger girl.
Can't forget the tag. Ready, set, here we go. There you have it, YouTube. That's how I created this Afrobeat beats from scratch. I showed you how to layer the percussive elements. I showed you how to layer the melodic elements. You add a nice little mixing on it and you have a dope sounding beat. I'm hoping that this was informative and helpful for you guys watching it. I'm gonna continue dropping content just like this. If you would like me to show you the mixing effects that I added to this beat, just leave a comment below and I'll get that out to you guys right away. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. I got more content just like this coming down, and I hope you continue to enjoy. As always, stay safe and keep creating. Peace.